right, welcome to the field. I'm out here with my Holystone hat on because I have a Holystone product right here. This is the HS900 Pro. I'm going to take it out of this little case that it comes in. Here it is. Here's the little guy. It is under 249 grams. It is a 4K camera with a 3-axis gimbal. You know what I'm going to do is right below my head, let me get this like this. I'm going to put all the specs you need to know about this quad. All those questions in your head right now that you're asking, I've got them listed all below my head, my body here, so you should be able to see it. All right, let's go fly this baby. All right, let's get this beast ready to go. Pull off the gimbal guard. There we go. And pull out the arms. So I think it's forward arms first, and then back arms. And then all you do is in the back here, press once, press the second time, hold it in. She powers on. There we go. It's going to get satellites. Then you take your remote, put up the little antennas, bend them out a little bit like this maybe, that's good. Pull these little arms out. Make sure you have the correct cable in the side for the type of phone you have. It comes with 2 cables. I'm going to power this on so they connect. Press once, press the second time. It's on. There's a little light up here. You might not be able to see it. I don't think my hat cam can see it. It goes red, and then when this little light where I'm pointing at turns green, it is connected to the drone. All right, get my drop everything here. Destroy the drone. All right, get my bright orange phone in here. There we go. I love my case. It's so bright. I can find my phone any place without having to use Find My Phone. Plug this into the side of your phone. All those beeps just mean it's connecting. Green light up here. I bet you can barely see it, but there's a green light, and all these lights are green. Here, I'll move it like this. Maybe it pops up. Anyways, that means it's all connected. So it's ready to fly. So the app you want to use on my phone, I've downloaded it. I've used it with previous Holystone drones. It's called HS Sirius. I think you pronounce it Sirius or Cirrus. Anyways, it's on my phone over on the bottom right. I'm about to tap it. First time you open this app up, you have to create an account. If you don't have an account, you'll have to create one. Then you have to activate the drone by pressing on a button, and it activates it. Then Holystone will send you an email and say, welcome to Holystone. If you have any problems, reply to this email. Really quick, I'll just walk through the settings. I'll just show you what the settings are. So you see here, you have settings for speed. Your speed is on your remote right here, this button here. As well as your zoom. I've adjusted my zoom, so I use the 5-way joystick to zoom the camera in or out. So I don't use that. As well as exposure value, I use the 5-way joystick to go to the right to make the image brighter and the left to make it darker. But looking at my screen, these are all the things you can change. And then you got the drone, all the things you can change, all the buttons, and finally the about just tells you what firmware version I'm on and everything else. And then over here for the camera, I'll click on the camera. You have normal camera settings right here. You can go into auto mode, which I'm going to fly in, or manual if you want to do manual adjustments. You also have the ability to take single, continuous, or time shots. You can shoot in format, JPEG for your format. You can also shoot in RAW if you put it at 4K images, but I'm going to put it at 48 megapixel, so it only gives me the option of JPEG. For video, you could shoot in normal or slow motion. That's your bit rate, 50 or 100. 100 takes up more space than 50, but you get a better image, so I'll leave it on that. Then you have resolution as 4K 30 or 1080p 60, and you have video duration. You can have auto or just set it to so many minutes. And then you have your settings over here. That's where you can format your card and turn sounds off and on for certain things and how you want your pictures to look on your display. And then if we go quickly to the left-hand side, you'll see 3 squares and a circle. Tap that, you'll see you have a whole bunch of options. You can do time lapse, you can do quick shots, and you can do follow and panorama shots. So those are all your options. That's what it comes with. Plus you have your little map at the bottom and go back. So it's full featured. Plus you could shoot in vertical. If you look over on the right hand side, you can see I can tap that button. Now I can film in vertical for putting it on videos that are shorts, like YouTube shorts, and go back to normal. So make sure I have it on camera mode. There we are. I'm on video camera mode because the button is turned to red. I'm going to turn it on, start recording now. And we'll go fly. It's going to use GPS and everything else. So pull the joysticks down and out like that. Spins up, lift the left joystick. She'll go up. And there we go. She stays quite stable in the air. I'll bring it back so I get it in both cameras. So you have it in the camera that's in front. So I'm right here waving. This guy's right here, very stable in the air. And there's a camera way over there. So like any drone in the year 2026 that has GPS and optical flow, it's going to be extremely stable. So that's what you get out of this. So let me just see how it flies. I'm in normal mode here. So I'm going to fly it around me here. I'm going full speed. It's going out and about. I'll bring it up so that it actually films something. And coming back to me and going around. I'm just doing a big circle. There we go. And then coming back again. So it flies perfect for a beginner. Beginners would not have a problem with this baby. It flies really nice. Now let's try the little speeds on here. There's a little button up top that says speed. Here, I'll turn this way, you can see it. So I'm gonna click this button, see what happens. What's it say on my screen? Normal, that's what I was in. Hit it again. Sport. There we go, this is sport mode. Very fast. And the last one should be something like a cinema mode. What is it? It is stable mode. Okay. That if you're flying and you turn, I could turn. It's very slow. And if I fly forward, I'm going to fly forward. Now I'm turning to the left. It makes a huge circle. So in other words, the whole 3-axis gimbal plus the image stabilization and everything else can come out with a really cool image. And going by me. There we go. So it's got the ability to track according to the screen. Let's put it on tracking mode. Quick follow. So most times quick follow, you have to go up in the air. Okay, let's try the path. Is it going to follow me? Yeah, it follows me. I'll go to the end of this green path. It's following. And there we go. So let's see what happens if I go around the path. You know, look, it is not really well designed for the follow. It's going all crazy. Oh yeah. So the follow works, but the follow has problems with depending on the lighting you have. Let me try the other one where it goes parallel. I'm going to go quick follow. Parallel. Oh, wants to go up higher. Okay. So when it says that higher, just move your drone up. It will stay locked on you. Go up. Parallel. There we go. This is parallel from the side. So it should move sideways as I move sideways. It won't go in back or anything like that. The other one should have went in back. I wonder if it was a little bit confused. So we come to the end and then I go back this way. And it's going. It's got me there. So the parallel works better than the follow. So I'm going to tell you right now from my experience for the tracking, the quick follow, the parallel works perfectly, but the follow with the lighting, the sun, it gets a little confused and it starts to vibrate on the drone. I think if it wasn't, the sun wasn't so low in the sky, it might work better. I honestly don't know. I've had no problems with this follow before on Holystone drones, so I assume it's just a glitch with the sun. Let's do quick shots. So for quick shots, it's got quite a few. Look at them all. You got time lapse, you got like rocket, circle, you've got all the normal ones, dolly zoom, and yeah, it's got a whole pile of cool things. So let me just try little things like circle here. Do that one, hit the plus sign, draw a square around me, pick the direction you want to go, just do 1 or 2 laps. I'm just going to do 1 lap and then hit start over on the right hand side. And there we go. And there she goes. It's got me. So we know the circle works, and if you look at the right hand side of my phone, you can see it's counting down. It's at 40 some odd percent. I could hit the stop button at any time to stop the circle. And you can do several laps while rotation. What's the rotation? Auto forward, watch for obstacles. Okay, there's nothing there. Let's just bring it a little closer. Is it going to hit me? I don't know what this one's going to do. Let's back it up. So auto forward, watch for, so now I don't know what it's going to do. Let me just select me. Oh, it doesn't even let me select myself. It just says start. What's it going to do? It's just going to come at my head. Oh, and the image rotates. I see. So I'm going to have to stop it. It's going all the way over into the field across. Oh, it's going to rotate forever. Here, stop. Here, let me do auto rotation from way back there. Okay, now let me try it. It's so far away. I'm going to take it up a little bit. And we're going to do start, auto rotation. So now I understand it. Rotate right or rotate left, start. See what it does. It's almost like what the Avata 360 does, you know, in the image. So I'm standing here. We're going to see it go over me. It's rotating. It takes a long time to rotate. It does. And it flies at a pretty fast speed too. Look at it go. Heading out that way, it's only 50% done. Oh, and it's heading to that trip. If you look at, follow my finger, go down, there's a tree that it's flying straight at. So I have to stop it. Yeah, you can see it decided to head right for that tree. So I will stop it. You can see it on my phone anyway, so I'll stop it before it hits the tree. Okay, so I guess the last thing I'll do is I'll fly around and then I'll do the return to home. So that's return to home down there. And let's just fly around here. So let's go this way. I'm in normal mode. Go way up. I'll look down a bit with my little camera gimbal. The gimbal can look 90 degrees down, and it can look forward, and it can also look quite a distance upwards. I'll show you that when I bring it down next. So over the school, I'm going to go to the left, over top of all the solar panels, head out to that water back there. You can see the end of the stream. We are having some flooding in my area due to all the snow we had and tons of rain. We've been having so much rain. There we go. So now I'm just going to look down and I'm going to spin it. I'm going to slow down and we'll spin. And there we go. Now we have the water, and now we're coming back along the water. As you can see on my phone, reception is still good. So there's no signal degradation or anything like that. I have 2 batteries. I got 2 batteries with mine. I'm on the first battery. It's got plenty of flight time for 2 batteries. So we're going to head all the way over to the water park. So I'm going to turn to the right a little bit, head to the water park right there. Should be no kids in the water park because it's too darn cold out. But there we go. And now I'm going to look down at the water park as I go over. There we are. There we are all the way down. So you can look 90 degrees down. And if you want to look, let me just show you this quick. If you want to look back up really fast, you press the function button. I have it here. So that's going to take me back up like that. And if I want to look back down, press it again. It goes down and back up. And I have some Canada geese over top. So I'm in photo now. And there we go. So if I hold it in, I go in more and more. What can I go up to? 3.9. No, 4 is the most. So let me just show you what a photo looks like at 4. So there's the buses. Let me just move this over. And you're looking at my phone screen right now. I'm going to snap a shot and then I'll show you what the shot looks like. It's a 48 megapixel shot. It should have worked. So now let's go out to normal size and let's take a shot. There we go. Let's fly over to the buses really quick and just have a look down, see what they're doing. What are they up to? I think they're just dropping off or picking up kids because it looked like something was going on in the football field. Let me just tilt down to the football field a bit. There we are. Yeah, there's a football game going on. Must be some schools competing. So I'm a fair distance away. I got to turn to the direction. There we are. I'm not going to go over, but there we go. Let me see. I've got video on. I'll try zoom. Yeah, I can zoom in with video, so that's good. 4 times. So there's 4 times zoom in video. It's digital zoom. And tap it again and hop out. All right, now it's a good time to try return to home. So on my little remote here, right up here is a button for return to home. Just press it. There's an option in here to have this beep as it comes back. You could turn off the beep too if you want. I'm going to leave it on just so it shows you we're in return to home. The drone will come back. You can see it's filming its way back. Okay, now it's starting to go up. And then it's going to come all the way back and land over here. If you look at the video for the return to home, you could see a little green strip way out in front. That's where I am. Once again, this is on the same battery. So I put 1 battery in this morning. It does get quite a bit of a flight time. So I believe all these kits come with 2 batteries, so you got plenty of battery time. I think I set it to like 60 meters in the air to come back, something like that. All right, so when it starts coming down, I will look up at it. And so I'm looking at the height. It's 54 meters. Yeah, it was at 60 meters. Okay. So I'm gonna hold my hat cam so it doesn't fall off. And I think I might have to get back because I don't think I could see it up there. It's coming down, where's it gonna land? Oh, it seems pretty close to where it took off from. Hopefully, let's go. I've got my little controller sticking out here. How's it doing? So walk over here. Still pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, I missed the camera nicely, but that's pretty darn decent for a budget drone. It's not far off from where it took off from because it landed here and it took off from right there. All right, That's pretty darn cool. And now let me show you what comes in the box if you buy this drone. First thing in the box, you'll find the carry bag, and inside that carry bag, you'll find all the drone goodies. The drone is very small in size and under 249 grams. The 4K camera is on a 3-axis gimbal. You'll notice there is no forward-facing obstacle avoidance. On the rear, you'll find the USB-C port, which is used for data transfer or charging the battery. And to the right of the USB-C port is the slot for your micro SD card. Removing the battery, you'll notice that it's a 2-cell lithium-ion battery at 2250 milliamp hours. And it's important to note that 2 batteries are included in the kit. For bottom sensors, the drone has an optical flow sensor, landing sensor, and a strobe light for night flying. Included with the drone, you'll find spare props, as well as spare prop screws, and a screwdriver to install the props. Also included in the kit would be the remote. The arms on the remote fold out so you can attach your cell phone. Since the remote is designed for beginner pilots, the joysticks sit in the middle. You can program some of the features of the 5-way joystick. Buttons on the remote are typical of what you would normally expect to see. This remote is rechargeable with the included USB-C cable. There's also 2 cables included that should fit every phone on the market. Plenty of documentation is also included. And finally, the total weight of the drone with the battery is 246 grams. And that brings me to the end of this video. The only reason I'm reviewing drones like this one here, which is a budget drone instead of like a DJI drone, is because DJI drones are rather expensive sometimes, and they're not available in every country. So sometimes if you can't buy a DJI drone, you might look at the competition to see if it's any good for the price. So that's the whole purpose of this review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you'd like to buy this Holystone drone, there might be a discount. I'm not sure. So check below this video. There'll be a link to this drone, the Pro model, which is the one I have here. If you have questions on this drone, post your questions below. I'll get back to you. But for now, I say thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. Bye.